Hello, fellow creators. Have a little bit of a challenge that I'm going to walk this person through. So they're stuck. They're working on trying to get this separated so that they can use this for laser engraving. Not sure if they mean that they want these individual lines to be engraved, or if they're talking about like the petals and the leaves to be engraved, or they're trying to cut it out to make it where it's the main thing, and then they have each individual thing glued in. So I'm going to go down both paths. This might be a long video, but hopefully this will help. So the first thing I'm going to do is I'm going to make a copy of this so I can keep my original artwork, which looks like this in outline mode. So it is a flat piece of artwork, just black lines, as you see in the transparency over there. So the first thing I'm going to do is I am going into Live Paint. Actually, I'll do this first. So I'm just going to go into my Pathfinder and I'm going to hit divide. What that will do is it'll break this up to where all of the inner pieces will be colorized. And then what I'll do is I'll come in here and I will ungroup and I'll turn off this original so that way I don't accidentally get that selected. I'm going to select a black element, go select same fill color, and then I'm going to unite that so that in my layers palette over here, it's all one group as the original. I'm going to label this one black. Then I'm going to come down here and I'm going to select one of the blanks and go select same fill color. And I'm going to unite that. Now, what that did is it let me be able to select just the innards and then have the black completely separate. Now, what I'm going to do is I'm going to take this and I'm going to double click in or isolate select. Now, if I view an outline, you should see the same thing. But if I go Control A and select everything and hold down my Control key, you can see everything that I have selected here. So now I'm going to hit the K key, which will bring me into Live Paint. And I'm going to go ahead and paint this a color just so that way I can see what I'm working on here. So now I have it colored. Now would be to break it down per the element. So if you wanted to cut this for laser, um, I'm assuming that you're going to do multiple layers of acrylic. So if that's what you're doing, you're going to want to put the black on the bottom. We're going to expand the live paint. And then I'm going to come in here. I'm going to isolate the selection, select the top red one, go select same fill color. And then I'm going to do unite. So that groups all those that same color there. And then go select same fill color and unite those together. Now I did see that there's no other blank spots, so I did get all of the colored. Double click out. Now I have red, green, and I'm going to pull the red out and the green out from this group. Now there's no group, and it's just the one group for the flower. What I'm going to do here is I'm going to copy and Control V to paste them back, or Command V. And then with those selected, I'm going to pull black above and select the black, and then unite that. And then I'm going to break it and unite it again. So I'm going to divide it and then just reunite it again. So now that black is all one layer. So now if I look at this, I got green and red has a separate element. So now if I want to clone and then I want to ungroup, I now can pull away the red, pull away the black, and pull away the green. So that's one option. So this would be option one. Now I'm going to go ahead and duplicate this up to layer 2, For option 2, turn it back on, duplicate it over, and I'm going to turn that one off and turn off layer 1. So that way that's no longer there. Now this is going to be a little bit more difficult. If you're wanting to laser it just as individual lines, you're going to have to do either convert to line art, which was in the other one, which kind of looks a little bit funky. The other way to do it would be to add a stroke to it. So to get the lines thinner, because you want them thinner. Oh, I meant to tell you about that too. Let me actually go back here to layer 1. I'm sorry about that. So let me bring this one back up over here. So you want these black lines to be thinner. What you could do is with the red, you can add a red stroke to thin the black, but then you enhance the red. And then in the stroke effect, what I would do is do a round and round so that you don't get some lines going off. So that enhances the red. And then in the green, we could do the same thing to the green, do a rounded stroke, enhance the green, but you're going to lose some of the veins in here, which if you want to, you can come back into this and clean up your paths and rebring some of that back, or you can leave it as that. And then on the black, what I'm going to do is apply a white stroke. Now I'm doing this, white stroke, please. There we go. And then rounded, and then I'm going to scale that up. So as you see, black got thinner, but it's still not a line. That's where the question was of coming into a line. And then what I could do is expand and outline this and grab just the black, but it's still, again, not going to be a line. So for cutting, you're going to want to break it apart. And that's the tricky part that we're going to go over. So let me switch back over to here and go over that with you. Oops. Reverse. Okay. So I'm going to select this, and then I'm going to find center, which I haven't done this in a while. Give me a second. And I'm going to select line. And what that's going to do is it's going to bring me into the image trace. Didn't do a very good job. Not a problem. We're going to bring down the advanced. We're going to bring down the noise back down to 1. I don't know why it always puts up so much noise. And then huh. Okay. Why am I having issues? I'm having issues. Nor color. Interesting. Raise the threshold. All right. Well, I got stuck there. So If you're trying just to cut the petals, either you're going to have to redraw that or export the petals like I showed you, where you take the layers, pull them out from each other by filling them with color. But to get the lines around the petals to reduce, you're going to have to redraw it. That would be the best option for the cleanest look. Or else, if you try any of these other effects, you're going to get wobbly lines and not quite so detailed artwork. For you trying to get what you're trying to do, which is 3D engraving, it's a little bit different work. It's actually more or less done in Photoshop, and or you would do in a 3D software and you render the depth, which is done in like a 3D CAD like software. So I hope this helps you. I tried my best to try to figure out what you're trying to get and what results you're trying to get. But yeah, if you're trying to get these, the best option would be just to get this redrawn, and then or finding artwork that better represents what you're trying to do. All right. Have a great day. Stay creative.